Welcome back to Sonic Advance. We're here on Angel Island.
Huh. Wait, this can't be Angel Island, this isn't on fire.
Well, I guess Knuckles went back and just built new, works on top of the ruined forest.
Or maybe Angel Island was actually just metal covered in grass, and all the fire just melted the grass and left the metal.
Or maybe Angel Island is just being ambiguous, like we're just on a different section of Angel Island.
Yeah, exactly. You two are thinking too hard.
That's what annoyed me about SA1, because I'd grown up thinking that the entire island was called the Floating Island, and Angel Island was just the first zone. But no, it's like, no, Angel Island is the entire level, is the entire Floating Island. Fuck you, Sega. No, I actually really, this along with Secret Base, like the levels I found myself replaying, I think the music is really nice and fits the aesthetics of the level really well, and I also think that this actually has some of the more challenging and fun level design in the entire game.
I take it you like bottomless pits then?
I do! That's why I love me some Dimps. I love it.
Herp-de-derp Dimps.
You couldn't have just built a regular staircase. Nah.
See, that's why when Skylar went to the Sonic 4 Episode 1 feedback session, he told Sega more bottomless pits. The fans want more bottomless pits.
And irregular staircases, because as we all know, Knuckles people are a race of echidnas with proper upper halves, and then the bottom of them they're just like pogos.
That's exactly what I said.
I want that for the brand new character, like Pogo Man, half echidna, half pogo stick. That's just stupid enough to work.
That sounds like the conclusion to the Archie comic storyline. All the echidnas are gone, they'll come back, bottom half gone, replaced with pogos.
Whoa, where did you get a copy of Ken Pender's new script, man? That's uncanny. The Laura Sue Chronicles, she gets replaced by a pogo stick, okay.
Have you seen his art for Laura Sue and shit? It's so fucking bad.
Ugh. It's bad even for him,
So does this level design remind you of Sandopolis much?
Little bit, yeah.
Well, just the little sand fall we just passed through earlier, if that is sand.
What else would it be, Skylar?
I don't know, maybe gold water?
Gold water, that's...
I didn't want to say yellow.
Wow. Golden Shower reference much.
Well, then, if it's a golden shower, how come Sonic can jump up it? I mean, I know urine is a bit thicker than water, but I'm pretty sure you can't jump up urine, Skylar.
Fine.
No, again, if this is the same Angel/Floating Island that we visited in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm just like, why has Sonic returned to this place for?
Yeah, how is this on the way to wherever he's going? Might as well go 1,500 feet up in the air now.
How did he even get up here?
I have to wonder if the landscape in the background is part of the island or if it's just some mystic ruins, and we're really close to the land right now.
That's a good point. Well, I would say based on the cloud formation going across, we're clearly up in the air.
True. We're tilted at a very askew angle.
If you look really, really closely in the background, you can see Tails' workshop.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Well, if you look really closely, the lighting in here is amazing. I think this is the first use of the Hedgehog engine.
What the fuck? The Sonic having another golden shower according to Skylar. Good stuff.
It's not what I meant, okay?
And there's Flying Battery.
Now, I'm gonna say, just so no one makes the same mistake I do, when you're on that metal bar Sonic's walking across, don't press the jump button, because you will fall down and die. I learned that the hard way 6 times in a row. I wasn't very good at this game when I first got it.
Back when I first played it, this track here was my favorite one.
Again, I do think both tracks of Angel Island they're really chill and down with the kids.
Nothing is as chill as Hilltop, man.
Oh, I love Hilltop.
Hilltop's my jam.
Hilltop is just some redneck porno track. I freaking love Hilltop. Break it up, bum, bum.
That was actually the unused name for the zone, Redneck Porno Zone.
I'll be amazing. Break it up, bum, bum,
Oh,
bum.
really?
Oh god, what beta is that in?
I love these bronze Pokeballs we're running across.
The echidnas had really weird ways of getting exercise.
Or just getting around.
Basically it's the opposite of a hamster ball. Instead of being inside the ball, you just run on top one.
Can you imagine Indiana Jones? He's like, fuck this shit.
You know, actually, it's funny you mention it, because most of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that was just stuff that Eggman built, or built on top of. But this shit, it's the echidnas, they made it, why?
Well, you know, for anyone who's ever watched the story mode of Sonic Adventure and seen the flashbacks with the Echidna tribe, they were all morons. So it really doesn't surprise me that their architecture is moronic.
No, Takal, we have to put these Pokeballs here.
If we don't put them here, the Tikal, we won't be able to catch them all. So this is another special stage, alright.
Oh, see, it is the Chaotix bonus stage.
Hooray.
What do you want from us, Tom?
If you hold down B, you can unlock another board to stuff.
I will say, one thing I hate about these latter special stages, you have to be able to trick through those orange things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't get enough rings.
Oh, thank God for save states, that's all I'm saying.
But Tom, you're playing this on your Game Boy Advance SP, aren't you?
Well, I'm talking about, like, during the recording process. I don't mind redoing shit on my SP, but, oh, Jesus Christ.
Or are you telling me, Tom, that this isn't just a one-time perfect run playthrough?
The truth comes out!
Tom, we need you to please hand in your YouTube Let's Play card and get the fuck out, alright? You've let the whole internet down. Get the fuck out of it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Nintendo.
Nintendo don't own this game, but they're gonna take money away from you anyway, because fuck you.
Wait for it.
Just once, I'd love him to be slightly too early and go head first into the propeller, and just like go.
Or he misses the tornado entirely, and that's how he gets to Act 2 of Angel Island.
He fell all the way from space and landed on the plane on his head.
Yeah, but Steven, he's been doing that since Sonic 2. For some reason, like you can't fall down like a pit in Green Hill Zone, but you can fall from space and land on metal as many times as you want.
Someone should make a ROM hack of Sonic Advance where they don't change anything, it's exactly the same, but when they finish a special stage, Sonic just dies and gets a game over.
No, I will say this is probably my favourite boss in the entire game, and one thing I like is that as every character has a original animation for when you face him. Like Amy tries to it looks like Amy shouting at him, going like, "Knuckles, Knuckles, is that you?" Tails kind of goes like, "Don't fight me, please, don't fight me," and Knuckles is just like, "Who the fuck are you, motherfucker? I'm gonna fuck your shit up."
I prefer the Knuckles Metalix from Sonic the Comic, to be honest.
I prefer Metal Knuckles from Sonic R.
You're an idiot, Scarlet Sharp. Oh, that boss fight is kind of very similar to the one in, if you play Sonic Pocket Adventure, it's kind of like this. You go back to Angel Island and you fight Knuckles. But what I love about that though is after you defeat Knuckles, Knuckles uppercuts you and you go flying into the air and you end up in Sky Chase, which was fucking amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my favourite level in the game.
I love how for some reason we are clearly in the Wild West before we enter this giant machine.
I don't remember this in the original Sonic one, I'll tell you that much.
It's Dust Hill Zone.
Shut the fuck up. Now, what's kind of interesting about this is that this is one of the, this is probably the most original zone/act in the entire game, because like we've had levels where Sonic kind of, like climbs onto Eggman's fortress. We've never had one when the fortress is actually flying directly up into the air, and before Skylar starts with his retro shit, the boss at the end of Launch Base Zone Act 2 doesn't count. Shut the fuck up, Skylar.
Suck a dick, Gareth.
How do we count Wing Fortress in these matters?
Well, see, Wing Fortress doesn't fly vertically. It's just going horizontally, so it doesn't count. Same with Flying Battery. That shit doesn't count.
What a difference.
No, I actually really like this because, for one, it actually gives Dimps a reason to put bottomless pits everywhere, because obviously, you know, we're travelling up to space, and also it's kind of like a sequence level, because as you go through, you'll reach certain checkpoints, because for once, the timer is actually going down instead of up. You're giving a time limit to reach the next part of the rocket, and I like that.
Why doesn't Sonic just take one of those springs and go into space? He did it 6 times already!
Yeah, Steven, that was space, but not space, if you get what I'm saying.
Tom, are you high right now?
Possibly.
Good stuff. because Sonic's getting high in the rocket ship.
Now, in terms of final levels, I mean, there's a level that comes after this, but fuck it, I'll just class this one, because it's like Eggman's Final Fortress kind of deal. How would you place this in the Sonic franchise, Gareth?
It'd probably fit in the middle if you would rank them. I mean, it's a nice one, but it doesn't feel threatening. You know, like I don't think like Sonic's like, oh shit, he's in Eggman's Final Fortress, and this place looks scary as shit. It just kind of looks like a factory that happens to be flying into space. You know?
Yeah, I think the sunset background before you get into the rocket itself might have something to do with that.
I like that though, because you don't often get many Sonic games that take place at sunset. So I always love the aesthetics of a nice sunset. Always looks so beautiful.
I can name a half dozen off the top of my head right now, Gareth.
No, but not when this game first came out. Shut the fuck up, Scarlet.
Yeah, when this game first came out.
Like what?
Okay, do it, you won't.
Like, Sunset Park Zone. Aw, fuck, Sunset Hill was 3. Never mind.
Yeah, so 1. Good job, Scarlet. Good job.
Good job, Skylar.
Still better than none.
One zone in a game most people didn't play. Good job, Scarlet.
Yeah, I played that. It was like one of my many streams of 06. Don't ask, I have a serious problem. And in between loading screens, I actually played Triple Trouble, and I was playing Sunset Park, and I was like, this is it. What the fuck was that?
I know people go insane for Sunset Park online. I'm like, no, I'm right.
That's a case where it's the music that's more memorable than the level itself.
Just like 06. Genius.
Pretty much.
Kind of like this level, because other than the music, I don't find it that memorable. Like, it's not a bad level at all, but it's not that great either.
Yeah, it's funny, because some elements of the level design here I can clearly see reused in, say, Deadline in Rush.
Especially at the end.
Oh, I love Deadline. Why can't we be playing Rush? That game's way better.
Well, I've yet to record Rush, but if you want to see it, leave a comment.
Please don't.
And if you put Sonic Rivals on blocking it then and there.
Do it, you won't.
I'm gonna type in right now. I want to see Sonic Rush.
Where are you typing that?
XOXO. Best wishes. Kill yourself.
That's just how he says I love you. Now, Steven, you haven't had much chance to talk about Egg Rocket, and we've pretty much covered all the points thus far already, but what's your opinion on the level? You know, how it looks, how it plays, stuff like that.
I thought this was pretty good. It's epic, at least. You know, we're in a rocket ship going into space. We get to see the entire way. We get to see the ground, we see the sky, then we see the Earth. And I think it's visually actually pretty amazing, especially for a Game Boy Advance. So
yeah,
I think it's I disagree with you guys. I say it's up there.
It is pretty up there. It's actually in space.
You
know what would have been amazing? If you just saw the little surfboard floating past.
Yeah, right?
It's just waiting for Sonic to come back.
Or if you saw the child that you missed earlier.
Save me! Save me!
Yeah, you know in a SA2, in one of the final rush or chase levels where you fall off the rail and you slowly burn up? Just like that.
Would have been funny if a nice little in-joke you just see Shadow falling from the earth, like, ah!
God, the music!
Oh god, it's like an audio version of the boost. Make it stop.
It's always funny whenever you get the invincibility theme and then speed up shoes. One thing I like that a lot of space levels in Sonic don't do is that if you look at the background, you can still see the stars kind of like going up, which most Sonic games set in space don't do that, and I think it's a really nice touch.
We've pretty much reached the end of Egg Rocket Zone, if you can even count it as a zone. I mean, it's not organic or anything, but anyone got anything else to say about this level?
What constitutes as a zone? Is it just like a giant massive area.
I brought this up in 3 and K with Flying Battery. Like, what constitutes a zone? Is it just anything? Like, can Sonic just go into a toilet and call it like Plunger Zone? Like, what? Seriously? how big? Like Hidden Palace Zone for like it's pretty small compared to other zones. How big is it? What the fuck? See you next time.
Hey, that's my line. See you next time.